Welcome, in front of me is a Huawei GX8 and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So we're going to start off with the Daydream, which will allow you to turn the photo into a sort of picture frame. And to get started, you would go into the settings and then under the display you'll find Daydream right here. And all you need to do is enable that and then add what kind of picture source you want it. So when you tap on it, it shows you all the albums and the photos that you have on your device. So as you can see, there's only the ones that come preloaded with the device and also screenshots. So not much to choose from here, but if you have a lot of photos and also organize them into neat albums, you will see them all here. So you can choose specific albums that you wish to display, and that's about it. You just select it and you can go back. You also have duration on how long it will be displaying. So keep in mind that this is displaying when you plug in the device to charging. So let's see if I actually have a cable that I can plug in. I do have one, so I'll actually plug it into the outlet right here. So basically, whenever you plug in the device to charging, it will display this for 5 minutes at the moment as it's set. You can change it to, for instance, 1 hour, and then whenever you plug it in for 1 hour, it will be displaying. So let's see, if I elect the device now and plug it in. I'm not sure if there's some kind of period where it needs to stand before it actually starts displaying. So if it doesn't show up in about a second, I'm just gonna drop this because there's no purpose of waiting for it to show up. It doesn't even want to. Okay, so it doesn't want to come up right now. But yeah, basically it shows up when you start charging. I assume it just needs to have a little bit of couple minutes before it actually starts showing it up. So yeah. Now there's possibility that if this is an older version and there's a newer one, in the newer one there might be actually more options. Daydream in previous devices that I've seen also comes with option to, for instance, set a clock. So when you're charging the device at night, it can show you a digital or analog clock, basically like a white one or semi-white on a completely black background with basically all the brightness turned down, so it's barely visible. But also, if it's laying on your nightstand, you will still be able to see it, and it won't be blasting you with just light, as if though you were, for instance, tapping on the power button to see what time it is. So just a nice feature. Now moving on, we're going to go into the home screen style, which allows you to change that home screen style from how it is right now into something a little bit more for instance, elderly people with big tiles that are easier to navigate. And to do it, you go into the settings and then home screen style, and from here we have the one, it's called simple. Now the one that you have been seeing for the entire time of the video, it's called standard, and it's this one. Simple will basically make these gigantic tiles, as you can see right here, and that's basically it. It just makes these big tiles of the primary apps, so phone, messages, contacts, photos, gallery, music, and weather. And yeah, so I'm not going to enable it because I think the device needs to reboot after them, and it just would serve no purpose, because you can basically see how it looks like on the photo. So moving on would be the one-handed mode. Now if you're not used to bigger devices, this will probably be very useful for you, but all you really need to do, it's enabled by default in the settings. So to activate it, all you do is slide your finger on the bottom from one side to the other, as you can see. Tap on the black area to expand it, and you want to basically tap on the button that opposite side of the one that you want to shrink the screen to. So for instance, if I want it on the right side, I will go to the left button and slide it across like this, and you can see it shrinks. Now it also works the other way as well, you can see. And again, tap on the black background to re-expand it. But you can see that it makes it smaller and easier for one-handed use. Now this device, probably with how I'm used to having my device, which is way bigger than this, I have no problem with it, but if you have small hands, it's way easier to reach basically all the part of it from here, and the device is fully usable in this state. As you can see, it just way smaller now. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the double tap to wake, which is just a simple feature that allows you to double tap the screen to wake it up. Now I just heard a noise and hope that it wasn't shutting off. Okay, it doesn't look like it. So let's go into the settings, and then under motion control, let's find that motion control. There we go. You should find double tap off. So let's just, you can see right now, now it's enabled, and if I tap on it, there it is, it wakes up. Oh, I consider that to be handy if, for instance, your device is laying, you don't really feel like picking it up and unlocking. You can just tap on the screen twice and it wakes up. It will show you if you have some kind of notifications, what time it is and stuff like that. Just the general information that you have on the lock screen. And also from here you have a couple additional things that you can access, like draw, which will allow you to draw a letter to, for instance, enable a specific app or function. So as you can see, draw letter C for camera, and this works when the device is locked, if I'm correct. So let's just see. There we go. So that's the C, and it automatically launches camera. Just cancel that flash. Okay, cool. So as you see, there's a couple other ones. There we go. Needed to get back here. So we have a couple other letters that you can draw for different apps. You can also tap on it. Give it a moment, it looks like it's got stuck. There we go. And once you tap on it, you can actually choose different apps from the ones that you have installed. So you can launch basically any app by just drawing the letter that it's assigned to. So for instance, if you choose C, you can change it to whatever. For instance, I can change it to Play Store like so. And now if I draw C when the device is locked, now mind you, this works only when the device is locked, it will launch Play Store. Hopefully soon. You can see that this is the Play Store, but it's not loading very well at the moment, so I just disregard that. But it did launch Play Store. Okay, and the last thing that I want to show you is the developer options with the reduced animations. So normally, as you can see, the device is animated in every way. All the windows like sliding in out, those are all animations. So you can actually reduce them to make the phone feel a little bit quicker by going to About Phone, and then let's find build number, which is right here. Tap on that 7 times. There we go, you get a message, you are now a developer. Then go back and there's a new option, developer options. So go to it and let's slide down to right here. Window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. Now each one of them correspond to a different part of the animation. So for instance, the first one, the window animation scale, it refers to a window, which window is this thing that pops up right now. And if you change it, for instance, to times 10, if I tap on it now, you can see a drastic difference on how quick it appears and how quick it basically becomes set. But you can also set it to half speed, which is basically twice as fast than it is at the start. So now it should be way faster. Or you can just completely disable it by setting it to off. And oops, not that. And there's basically no animation of like it coming up. And you can do this for all the other animation. Now probably the best option would be the half speed, which retains the animation, but they're twice as fast as they were previously. So the phone will feel way faster than it actually did before, so you can access apps way quicker now. But you still have animations, so things don't look a little bit too jarring when your apps basically disappear out of existence when you're closing them. But yeah. So this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I'm going to share with you. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.